Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and I'm here with the February 2023 mid-month product release from Creative Memories. And basically, it's a collection called Cue the Blue. Now, we are also having an adhesive buffet that's going on as I'm recording this, but that ends at noon on Tuesday the 21st. And so in case you're watching this after then, I'm going to put all the information about that at the end so you don't have to finish watching. So we'll start out with Cue the Blue, and it starts with this beautiful, beautiful album cover. So basically this collection is just about blue. You know, sometimes we have different themes, Christmas, Valentine's, whatever. The theme of this collection is blue. So this is a navy blue album cover, and then it has this tile design in this lighter blue foil kind of mosaic pattern. Very, very pretty, very elegant, very subtle. Just a little bit of a decorative accent. This could be for almost any theme that you want to do. I could see it for being for a cruise. I could see it be for a birthday. It could be travel. It could be your family album. Just beautiful. Maybe, you know, like the Greek islands. If anybody's going to the Greek islands, take me with you. All right, so here's the album cover, Cue the Blue. All right, and then we have two paper packs this time, a designer paper and a vellum paper. So the designer paper, as always, you get 12 sheets of double-sided 12 by 12 paper. And we'll just go through them together. And again, it's just going to be blue. So here's kind of a geometric pattern. I actually haven't looked too closely at this. This is almost more of that same mosaic tile. You get two of each, so front and back. This one's a stripe, kind of a denim-y color. Variegated stripe. It's got some kind of texture drawn into it. The back is this ombre-esque, I guess. I guess maybe it's ombre, but kind of variegated stripe. So you have the stripe. I guess I called them both variegated, but you know, with the differences. This is a little different than some of the ombres that we've had before because it does still have the stripe in it. More of this kind of tile motif. Maybe that's the look. Kind of looks like a pool, inside of a pool. Here's another kind of ombre. Almost looks like when you're painting and you don't quite, your roller's running low on paint, but a nice texture background, very subtle for, no theme. I guess not subtle. It's kind of bold in the coloring, but, no theme. You could use this for anything. This could be blue jeans. This could be graduation. This could be wedding. This could be cowboys, this could be pictures, family pictures, outdoors, lots of things with this blue, kind of denim-y. It is kind of reminding me of the Denim Blues collection we had a couple years ago. Some little flowers. And it's a little grid. Are they pluses? Oh, I guess they're X's and on a little hand-drawn grid. So I like this one. This one looks like paintbrush strokes. Almost looks like they were like, oh no, we need one more paper design. What can I do? Quick, hand me that paintbrush. And some little, again, kind of mosaic tile looking flowers. These are gonna be great for, making borders and stuff when you just want some blue with a little bit of a texture. So here's a stripe, a little line stripe. Somebody had to draw all that, to make this design. And then the back is, okay, I have to say it, kind of Epcot-y, but it's super subtle. I mean, you just almost don't really see that kind of geometric design until you get up close with that. So that's the stripe. And this is kind of a watery stripe even until you get up close again, and then you see those little lines, and I don't know, it almost looks like little books on a shelf. So that is Cue the Blue. That's the designer paper. Very, non-themed except for the theme of blue. And then we have 5 sheets of vellum paper. And I haven't done a lot with vellum. I do like vellum. I'm constantly kind of trying to figure out how to best incorporate it. But I do like the opportunity to, change the colors of something. I'm going to pull out some of these others and we'll play around a little bit with some vellum. Let's see. We'll do this one. So the first one is a white vellum with a blue stripe. See how see-through it is right there. And then you could put it over, over another paper. One of the things I have done in the past is if I have like some pictures that I want to see the whole picture, but maybe I want to emphasize a part of the picture. You could put this vellum over it and then, you know, kind of cut out maybe a circle or an oval with a custom cutting system just around the part that you want. So that can be a cool way to kind of accent a photo. You could even put the vellum in like a peekaboo pocket and fold it over the top so that, you know, you could flip it up to see the whole picture, but maybe you just cut out the little part that you want to have somebody see. So here's this white with the stripe. I like this one a lot. This dark blue. This one would be a little harder to use, I think, though, because it would cover up most anything you wanted to put it on. But it does just have a pretty effect. And so this one would probably be better over a white design or white paper. You know, it kind of gives you that little soft look. Let's see what it does with the picture when it's on white. Yeah, still kind of covers that up, but maybe if you had a brighter picture, I don't know. So that's kind of this blue, watery, speckly. I do love this flower pattern. My daughter actually has a dress that looks a lot like this. That's a really pretty one. And again, you know, you could put pictures or something behind it. You could even do like a layout on a, you know, on a regular page and then put the vellum in a pocket page, just completely see-through, and then it could be, you know, vellum-y and hiding both sides or something. You see, I haven't done a whole lot with vellum, so I'm kind of thinking as I go. This one is very watery. I feel like we've had a similar vellum. Maybe Serene Waters has some kind of water. This could be cool. So like that one. And the last one are the little tiny flowers. Uh-oh, you're getting a sneak preview. Little tiny flowers. So, you know, this can be, looks nice on, layered on borders and some of those things. And you only get one of each of the 5 papers in a package. So, you know, my thought is when you just have one piece of each, you'll use it a little bit more sparingly and you'd use it differently than you would use regular designer paper. Okay. So now we have these Ombre ABC stickers. I think that's what they're called. Oh, I took the packaging off. Yeah, blue ombre serif. Now, serif just means like that your little letters have a little side-by-side thing. So sans serif font would be like this one that doesn't have little crisscrosses at the end. I don't know if anybody cares about that, but that's what that serif means. It's just the style of font that it is. We all know about fonts, right? So, but it's the blue ombre serif ABCs. And I'm fairly sure that this is an experiment. You know, we don't have a lot of variety of ABC colors, and it would be a lot of different colors if CM were matching all of our ABCs. So we'll see. We'll see how people feel about that. There is a nice number of vowels. I know we always care about that. 1, 2, 3, 8 O's, 8 A's, 10 E's, you know, lots of vowels and not too many of the numbers. Sometimes stickers, ABC stickers have like a whole half a sheet of numbers, and we don't do that much with numbers, I don't think, with our stickers. So there are the blue ombre serif sticker letters, ABC stickers. And then we have the variety matte pack. I say this every time. 12 4.5 by 6.5, 12 4 by 6. You can use these to mat your photo. What happened to my photo? You could use these to mat a photo if you wanted to. All right, maybe not this particular photo or this with this mat, but it makes a great mat for a photo. You can also use it to mat one of the smaller 4x6 mats, or you can just use them separately, and a lot of them have journaling boxes. So we'll go through the small ones first. So the 4x6, this one with this kind of, I don't even know how to describe this, kind of like a watercolory look. I like it a lot. Love fiercely. That's a nice little message. As always, you see, I can't ever remember to flip them the right way. Just a little border. So again, very generic. These are going to be able to mix and match with lots of your layouts. You could use this on a birthday page, in a baby book, a little baby boy, just any, layout with little overalls, little Oshkosh bagosh. Do they still sell that, or am I dating myself? All right, best day ever. What would you use this one for? What would your best day ever be? Actually kind of looks rainy or snowy or painty. Nice family sentiment. And I do love that you get the, you know, the choice of the horizontal or the vertical. It was a nice thing. Today was a good day. Kind of had one that matched that earlier. Nice, another nice sentiment. A little bit more floral. It's very similar front and back, if it's not identical. All right, and then the 4.5 by 6.5. We already saw this flower one that matched the vellum paper. And this is kind of a new design, but definitely a journal box. Here's journal box, 2 journal boxes. Little speckly paint speckles. I think these are the paint speckles in the smaller journal box. And then this is, again, this looks like somebody was painting and needs to put on a second coat. Another one that's a little Epcot-y. Just, that's that, kind of that tile flower, but kind of half of it erased. They must have had fun making this one. This reminds me of that one of the vellums. Epcot. Erased flowers. Watercolor. Some little geometric. This reminds me of Keep the Faith from a couple years ago. There's some ombre. Well, look, these two could go together. So, of course, if you use these on a page, you could use both of these to mat photos, and that would tie your whole layout together. Or you could use one as a photo mat and one to do your journaling. Or you could use this for, you know, to put your title on with stickers. You could cut this to make borders. So many things you can do with these mats. The more I use them, the more I'm learning to like them. So here's that same flower, but with a kind of basically a visual piece of vellum over the top so that you could journal. Those little mosaic tiles we've seen, a stripe. So these kind of are matching the vellums as much as anything else. I guess they're matching the papers too. There's that kind of painty one. Oh, I like that one of them has lines and one of them doesn't. There's that same one from the vellum. Okay, so those are the Variety Mat Pack, 24 mats, half of them 4 by 6, half of them 4.5 by 6.5. Now these are the embellishments, and you still get 40. That's what they do. They've been doing 40 embellishments and 36 of these little epoxy dots. They're kind of cool, and I like that we have a big one. See how much bigger this is, like bigger than my thumbnail, and I like the option of having some of these bigger ones. And they've got kind of a little swirly. I guess just those have the swirly. Kind of looks like that. What's the stuff they pour? Is it an epoxy pour? Have you seen some like those tables and cutting boards? Very cool looking. And then you just have some solids, and these have a little bit of a design. There's that tile again. Okay, and then we have 40 die cuts, but they all fit on one paper. You know, a lot of times it takes me 2 papers to show you everything. You get a bunch of these little tiles, which is why I say that maybe we all need to plan a trip to the Greek islands. You saw that movie Mamma Mia, I feel like these colors were all, you know, Greek islands, whatever. Plus, I really want to go to Greece. And just some generic shapes. I like this one. Actually reminds me of like a Hawaiian quilt. And then just some little titles. Time well spent. Remember this. Never stop exploring. So handsome. This would definitely work for like a baby's book. Glorious Day, My Hero. So definitely kind of a little bit more masculine. I heart this. A couple little tags. So you still get 40 embellishments, but they're kind of smaller than we've seen, and they don't have any kind of foil or glossy or anything. All the glossy comes from those little dots. So that's the collection. The album cover, the 2 paper packs, the mats, the stickers, the ABC stickers, and the embellishments. And then we have 2 tools that come with this. And I know that my wallet cries every time Creative Memories comes out with a new border cartridge because I have to have them all. It's like an addiction, and they obviously know that because they keep giving us more. But this one is beautiful. This one is called the Wispy Chain. Wispy Chain. And look what a pretty design it punches out. I punched this out of the Starry Night Shimmer. And it's just lovely and elegant and simple. I think we're going to see a lot of fun things to do with this one. You punch 2 of them and put them opposite each other. So, you know, it almost looks like little emperor penguins, doesn't it? So you could put them like this on a border, put something in the middle. I wonder if you could like cut these apart and make a like a little flower spiral. I didn't really have a chance to do too much because I wanted to show you guys the new stuff too. But that's the Wispy Chain Border Maker cartridge. And then we have another frame punch. You guys who've been watching my channel for a while know I love the frame punches because they are so versatile. So the first thing I did was just punch the regular punch, the cloud frame punch. Sorry, I think I left out cloud. I was so excited about the frame punch, but you can see that this is clouds. I mean, this is definitely, you know, little airplanes on here, something like that, travel. You can see those clouds. So that's punched along the regular black line, starting on the black line, just like any of our regular border punches. But the little silver line over here lets you know that this is a frame punch, which means you can punch around a corner. So I did that here. This started as an 8x8 square, and I punched, instead of lining up with the black line, I lined up with the silver line, punched 3, left this, turned this, punched around. So any paper configuration that is even numbered, starting with 4. So you can't do a 2-inch because that would just be this and you wouldn't be able to line it up. But 4-inch, you know, you could do some different things. And I may play with this and do a video just of the cloud punch after I've had a chance to do that. So that's the frame. But then you can also punch a border the same way, lining it up with, instead of lining it up with the black line for the border, you line up with the line for the frame, and that gives you this kind of offset look. So I think that makes it real pretty for clouds. You know, actually I think I like the white in the back. You know, just if you were doing a airplane page or sunset or something, that would be really cute with like a sun behind it, some different colors. And then this one where I punched around it, it kind of is a little rounded on the edges. And so I wanted to show you what it looks like if you punch around a circle. And that's another technique I've shown before, and I can link to that video in the comments. I didn't measure. This was with the jumbo circle outside on the red blade. So I had this left over, but you guys know that if I were to, you know, cut this for my layout, I would be totally fine with just trimming off this little piece. And then when I put this on my layout, I would just put you know, put an embellishment over the part that didn't quite line up, and nobody's ever going to know. So I will link to the punching around a circle video and how you can do that with that. So that is the cloud frame punch. Okay, so that's the whole collection. Cue the blue. If you purchase it before, oh goodness, I think it's before the next Friday, the 22nd or 23rd, whatever day that Friday of, that's not the 17th, is, then you can buy it in a buy it all bundle and you save 10%. After that, you can still buy the decorative bundle, but it won't come with the punches and you'll lose the 10% discount. Okay, so that is the collection, the Cue the Blue collection. So if you're watching this after the 21st at noon, you can stop watching now, because the things I'm going to talk about now are part of the Adhesive Buffet. Now, this was a very popular promotion this time. It was released on Monday the 13th at noon. By 7 or 8 o'clock p.m., several of the items in the Adhesive Buffet had sold out. I hate it. You hate it. CM hates it. You know, their goal is always to project the right number of products, but, you know, what do you do? Guessing is hard. But I do have a couple of the things that are still available in the Adhesive Buffet. And frankly, this one is the one that I thought was going to sell out first. I am so super excited about this. I may or may not have been the one to make this happen. I have submitted a request for some kind of a silicone mat several times. Now, it looks a lot like our regular cutting mat, but you don't want to cut on this. This is more like those baking sheets. And in fact, here at my crop table, I have a piece of an old silicone baking sheet that I have used for a couple of years with my repositionable tape runner. And that's what this is for, because the tape won't stick to it, or if it does stick to it, it comes off very, very easily. So this is our repositionable tape. Those of you guys who've been around know about the different tapes. And unlike our regular tape, This gives some little dots, okay? And this is wonderful for if you are doing some kind of, you know, maybe the wispy chain or something. Instead of trying to hide your adhesive in these little spaces, you can just, you know, go crazy and go over it. And then any excess will rub off. But you see what I just did? I just did this on a scrap of paper. That's what I've been doing a lot of the time. But if you do it on this silicone mat, the silicone is non-stick. And so it's not going to get all over the mat. And it's not going to get all over your work surface. And you're not going to have to waste a scrap. So let's see if we can see any little dots on there. I don't think any stuck. It doesn't like to stick to it. And then when you're done, I guess, how does it roll up? You can roll it up just in case there is any sticky. I think I've done it wrong. I think you have to roll it the other way. All right, so you roll it with the grid side out. Sorry, I just barely took this out of the box to show you. Roll it with the grid side out, and then you just fasten this little thing, little button loop, and then you can throw this in your bag. And so you can just keep it with you with your adhesives. You can use it for measuring, but please, please, like I said, don't use it for cutting. So that's the silicone, let's see, they're just calling it, 13 by 13 silicone mat. Okay, it comes in this little box. So when you get your order, look for that. And then the other thing that I'm really loving and that is still available as of Thursday, the 16th, is the set of 3 tape runner cases. So as you see, here's one of my repositionable tape runners, and I've had to mark it. I used a piece of washi tape. I have many times grabbed the wrong adhesive because, you know, you can have your regular, and even though, you know, the inside cartridges are different colors, it's going to be really nice now to have a green case to go with my green repositionable refill. Isn't that fun? Red will go with the mini. The white can go with the regular. And then we also have a blue that for the vellum tape that can go in this. So if you're somebody that wants to have all the different cases in the different colors, or you just like having different colors, I like lots of variety, then you may want this box of 3 tape runner cases. Okay, so that's one of the things you can get. You can also get the foam tape and the photo tape and the craft photo corners, which are existing adhesives they've added to the Adhesive Buffet. You do not get the, you can't get just regular tape runner. You can always buy regular tape runner, but when you buy a combination of 8 of the special adhesives, you're going to get a little bundle of some stickers, some heart stickers, and some pens for free. Okay, so here are the stickers. I should have gotten these out before I started the recording. Sorry. Goodness. Okay. Yeah, I have no trouble opening Ziploc bags when you guys aren't watching. So you just have these different hearts. So some little two-toned. And they look bigger than they are because you have this outline around them. But you see, that's more the size and shape of the heart. About 1/2 inch maybe. Get all these different hearts. Little teeny tiny hearts. Oh, look, they're tiny, but they got white around them. Come on, focus. There we go. So these hearts, some bigger, kind of more whimsical hearts. And then some little heart borders. Interestingly, I think this is my favorite one, and this one you only get one of. Is it a border? Okay, they're not borders. These are just little mini borders. So this would be great for a card or next to a photo. You know, I just had that photo. I've been showing it to you guys. I don't know where it went. But next to a photo, you know, you could put this next to a photo. So you get a blue one, a blue and red one, and a red and yellow. And then you get the 2 long borders in the blue and green, 2 in the red, orange, and yellow, and then 2 in the love. So those are the stickers. And then there are 2 dot tip pens, and these are metallic dot tip pens, they tell me. So they, this is violet, and this is mauve. And you can kind of tell by looking at this that it's violet. And if you haven't used the dot tip pens before, they're super fun. You can see the side with the clear has the dot, and then the other side is just a regular fine tip. Oh no, this is a kind of a felt tip fine tip, so not as fine as our regular. So this is the fine tip. All right, and then the other side is the dot tip. And what I love about the dots, let me do this little zoom thing that we're figuring out how to do. And that is you can adjust the size of the dot by how hard you press. See, so this is the same pen, but you can get lots of different looks. All right, and I was told, Noreen said in one of her videos that this works great on black. Let me grab some black. Because it's the metallic, it will show up on black. So let's see. This one is called Violet. Oh yeah, look at that. So it comes out a little bit, not clear, but you know, you don't quite see it right at first, but then as it dries, you have the, and this is pretty wet. So look, it left a little, you can see how that went. Maybe I was going too fast to get my, or maybe it just hasn't dried yet. There's a nice juicy pen. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so as it's drying, that middle spot is still wet, wet, wet. I'm blowing on that off camera just to see if I can make it, you know, not look so wet. So that's the violet, and then we have the mauve, or mauve. I don't know how you pronounce it. Mauve, I think I say mauve. All right. Ooh, that's pretty. Oops. It's kind of a, these are kind of Valentine-y colors. And again, it's the metallic, so it, oops, so it shows up on the black really nicely. And what's fun about this particular promo, let me show it on the white too. It looks like I'm saying mauve, doesn't it? Oh well. What's nice about this promo is that you can stack it. So it's a little harder now because some of the really cool adhesives that they had are gone. But if you buy if you buy 8 items from the Adhesive Buffet, you get 1 set. If you buy 8 to 11, sorry, 12 to 15, you get 2 sets. And if you buy 16 plus, you get 3 sets of the 2 markers and the stickers. And this ends on February 21st at noon Central Time, or while supplies last, which, as we know, supplies don't always last. But I talked about this in my brochure pockets video, that CM uses some of these things as a gauge to see what it is that we like. And definitely the things that sold out quickly, the brochure pockets, the mini peekaboos, I think we'll see those again. Oh, besides the craft, besides the silicone mat, the tape runner cases. Sorry, I'm just having fun writing with this. They have the craft photo corners. They have the photo tape. I love the photo tape, you guys. The foam tape, which works just like our foam squares, only you can cut it to whatever size you want. They also have the Max refill. So I don't have one of those. I don't know why. I think it's coming in my other box. But that fits in our regular tape case. It's on a yellow cartridge, and it's just like our regular refill. It has the little, you know, the little squares, the little strips like this. But with this, I can stick down, you know, I can stick something onto my page. And then, oh, you know what? I don't really like it there. I'm going to pick it up. It's a little bit forgiving. Okay, apparently can't do it on black because it just ripped my paper, but it's a little bit forgiving. The Max tape, once you stick it down, it is stuck. So do what, you know what you want to do. But you can also get the Max tape, and there might, that might be all. There might be something else. But if you were to get, you know, one of each of these and maybe 2 photo tapes, then you could earn the bundle for free. So sorry, that was super confusing. Next time I should have just printed it out. If you would like to get advance notice on stuff like this so that you don't have to miss out like happened to anybody that didn't find out about this until after some of the items sold out, I would love for you to join my email list. And I just want you to go to NicoleScrapbook.com, Nicole Scrapbooks. /email, and that's going to sign you up for my email list. All right, so make sure you spell my name right. There's no H in there. NicoleScrapbooks.com/email. That'll sign you up for my email list. I send 2 emails a month, sometimes 3 if we have an extra product release or a promo. And then you'll find out about this stuff before they go live instead of having to wait. But I'll still keep doing these videos for those of you who want to get a close-up look at some of the things we have to offer. So there we go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that those of you who wanted to get in on the Adhesive Buffet were able to get in on time, but anybody will have time to get in on the Cue the Blue. I think it's going to be very popular. Anytime we've had any kind of blue option with Vivid Melodies or Botanical Burst or Totally Tonal, the blue always sells out first. So we know that people love the blue, and this is a very, very pretty collection. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you will love the Adhesive Buffet and the Cue the Blue, and I will be back very soon with hopefully an album flip through, a page tutorial, or another product preview. Thanks a lot. Happy scrapbooking.